We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. We go days, we go nights, we just go, go, go. He or she who hesitates is lost. Lost. This market is doing one thing. It's doing gradually and then suddenly. And you're like, Bill, when suddenly? I don't know. How about as soon as the stock market closes? How about it? Don't believe me? I got charts that can prove it. LuxAlgo and DeMark. It's back. The market is back. We are back. Dips. I'm going to explain how to do dips in this new paradigm. Yes, I'm being bold, and I'm calling it a new paradigm. We are also going to show you how you could get your hands on altcoin research and pay one price, but we're going to welcome who's here first. Okay, first we have Willimeter. Good morning. A new member in the YouTube membership program. Don't go anywhere to hear more about that. Richard Barry, Yappy is here. Water Trading, Bull Runner. Welcome, Joseph, Joe Mike, Altus, Bank of Japan holding rates steady. Yeah, you know, we keep waiting for a problem out there. The problem is with Uncle Sugar and green fiat. Everybody's waiting for a problem over here, and the actual problem is over here. And of course, that benefits crypto massively, which is why we're doing gradually, then suddenly. The fuzz, Steve J, who is reaching legendary status. If you look at these DeFi charts, we'll do as much live TA as we can. Patriot Caveman giving me some notorious love. Kenny's like, got some ZA. Welcome to the show. Bubba Smith, Bob Marsh, the #1 fan of the Unhinged Crypto YouTube channel, where Toby Ward hasn't been wrong about anything ever. Look at this. Massive Ethereum comeback from 2 days ago. Bitcoin about to go bananas. Shut up about November and get Bitcoin. Don't sell the fact. I think we got a blonde woman printing. That's just me. Might want to subscribe to that channel. All right. DC Precise in the house. Welcome. That is Unhinged at Unhinged Crypto on YouTube. I will put the link in the chat. Oh, there we go. The link is already in the chat. Come check that out. Me and Miss Toby are going to be a part of premium YouTube. All right. Aiken is here. Welcome. Daniel J. from Jersey. Garden Warrior is here. A new name. Mine Culvert. Welcome. Let's hear about the Solana Seeker phone. Yeah. The Solana phone. Remember Solana was dead 2 days ago and was going to 80? Okay. Right. Crypto Crazy from Twitter. Welcome. Kane is here from the United Kingdom. Changin, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the live stream. Farmer Sam Forrest, BitBoy Al in the house. Welcome. Okay. Let's just absolutely rock this whole thing. So I have figured out a way to get all of our altcoin research in one place, meaning you don't have to type a credit card into Patreon to buy things, buy the report. We're doing it all for one price in YouTube Premium. So this is the gallery of all the new altcoin reports that you used to have to buy one at a time. So the crypto portfolio strategy from 4 days ago, well, let's just say that's working out quite nicely. Thank you for the members who got in early. Top DeFi picks, that's me screaming into the mic. Okay. Gradually, then suddenly, okay, and then new last night, we have melt up. Melt up. One of the coins in this report is up 25% this morning. $49 for all this. Now, if you go, as just a point of information, if you want to support the channel, right, you have Patreon at $15 a month, right, which is the home of the exclusive home of 6th Street Crypto. Just to answer a question from last night, Patreon and YouTube are separate. Okay. And then if you hit the join button over here, okay, you can see all the cool emojis that you get. All right. This is for new members. That's 1 month, etc. Now, with these emojis, other than being cool and me being able to shout you out on the stream for $4.99, which is essentially a super chat, we have me and the Eagle King monitoring comments across the channel, and you get a priority reply, right? Patreon has a direct access chat with me, but this gets you a priority reply on YouTube comments. So, you know, if you got $5 and that's all you got, you can get involved. If you got $15, you can get 6th Street Crypto and TA, because what Patreon allows me to do is put a video and TA in the same post. And then, of course, if you want these altcoin reports, AMAs, there is going to be a special like live stream. So we're going to have like the free part of the live stream, and then that's going to automatically transition to a premium live stream. Plus portfolio shows with me and the woman who hasn't been wrong about anything ever. Please go check that out. My goal is to get to 100 people with those emoji badges. And if you got the $50, here is the QR code to join. Join the Spartans. The Spartans are the 300 members in Patreon. Come on over. Obviously, the bull market is about to start. I got a great idea. Let's not get in at the top. Let's get in at the bottom. Okay. With that impassioned speech over, news. Bitcoin gold may be sensing a monetary debasement. Maybe they're watching the show at CoinDesk. Maybe. Anybody out there who's new? Here's the mantra of the show. The only way out of a debt crisis is to devalue the currency. You don't have to take an economics course. That's the economics course. Economics number 1, don't print money. Number 2, if you do print money, you're going to have to devalue the currency. Now, that doesn't mean the green fiat goes to zero. It doesn't mean that. It just means it trends steadily lower. Okay, catalyzed by something that no one is talking about, right? In other words, everybody was like, oh, sell the fact after a Fed rate cut. Oh, it's 2000 again. Oh, it's 2008 again. It's none of those things. The excess in the system is in the public sector. It's in debt, government debt, right? Govy-gov, as Miss Teen Crypto would say. Now, we have another news development that no one is talking about, right? That the U.S. government, Uncle Sugar, is about to run out of money on October 1. Side A wants lots of spending. Side B wants something related to the event in November. And it's a standoff. And you got one of the candidates saying, shut it down. It's a Luke Bryan song. Shut it down. They don't care. Guess what that's going to do to the dollar? Now, they're not going to do something stupid like default on debt obligations. Or so you hope. But this could highlight the division that drives the dollar lower. And by the way, obviously, if you read the news, you know about the social division. But this has been a big theme of Ray Dalio. And if you watch gold, we'll go through the chart. If they can't devalue the dollar in the paper foreign exchange market, they can do it in the physical currency or physical foreign exchange market, which means gold. The dollar has actually been falling for like 2 weeks straight. And Bitcoin and crypto sitting here like, I guess it's bearish. Fear, greed below 50 with with an epic macro turn at hand. Epic. This is going to be front page news. Now, all of the current legacy want was about sell the fact and wrong. Okay. Because you got a bigger rate cut than expected. So it's like, oh my God, there may be some problem out there. Yeah, it's called government debt. Then the next, oh my God, in legacy was, you know, the Bank of Japan is going to do something to create a sequel to what happened with the yen and their interest rates and something called the yen carry trade back on Black Monday in early August. Guess what? Bank of Japan says, you know what? We're going to keep quiet and leave things as they are. So, you know, where's the crisis? It's not what they thought. It's not, which is why crypto is higher. Everyone was waiting for a debacle. They didn't get it. Everyone doesn't think they have to buy crypto. They do. They do. Altcoins down 80%. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's up 5%. I can't buy it. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you willing to sit here? Even if equities are weak today, the new dip is intraday, in my opinion. If you got a multi-day dip, well, that would be a gift. But I think dips are an intraday phenomenon. And then the second legacy closes, boom. Let me say that again. Boom. Which is why you want to get over and get those altcoin reports. Anybody who bought those altcoin reports when they came out, they are printing. Anybody who bought the altcoin reports, the AI report is still in Patreon. We had a guy cover his credit cards, cover his credit card bills with the report in Patreon. That's how good our altcoin reports can be to find outperformance when the market goes from gradually to suddenly. Everybody worried about this, wrong. Stock market fears, wrong after Euphoria. Oh my God, because FedEx and Mercedes-Benz slump. Guess what? We're actually having a problem with the wealthy sector of the world these days. Huh? How about that? Everybody was looking for a recession. The recession is already on. And it's not going to be the typical recession, right? Because those definitions may not apply unless you have an equity market debacle. But nobody wants Mercedes-Benz in China. China becoming a nightmare. Why do you think they cut 50? They didn't cut 50 because something bad is going to happen. They cut 50 because something bad is already happening. Ask somebody with 3 jobs how it's going. Those people have been in a recession for over 9 months. Well over 9 months. Which is why they're writing the printer is coming. Powell, as a reminder, is going to put high-powered money in the system. It's a question of time before both candidates for November start blaming him for what's going on. It's a question of time, which is why Michael Saylor just is like, you know what? I'll take another 7,000 Bitcoin. So most likely Uncle Sugar is selling to try to suppress it, and Michael just take all that they have. Yeah, we'll take all of that. 400 million, no problem. He bought $1 billion at 67. Do you think he cares about paying 61? I don't care about paying 61. Our base case for September from a report that I released in August was for 67K. The upside target on that report, the max upside target for the close of business for September was 93K. Is that a moon boy target? Probably, but 77 is possible. 81 is possible. You got Michael Saylor talking about 13 million. You got no one talking about 77 or 80. Nobody, that is, except people like Franklin Templeton, which is your grandpa's mutual fund company. Your grandpa's mutual fund company. Citi to adopt Solana. I thought Solana was going to 80. Hey, did you think Solana was going to 80? Yeah, I thought it was going to 80 because the media said so, because the media is always right, right? Yeah. Whatever. Solana is a fast payment system. Solana is a phone company. Solana is not just for cat memes, although cat and dog memes should be going up for obvious reasons. And I know there's a baby hippo coin out there. I've seen the baby hippo all over Twitter. This is happening, folks, right now. Yes, Solana at 140. So what? Solana's been at 140 for 3 months. You can't get involved? Franklin Templeton's getting involved. They don't care. They're like, oh, look at these ninnies. They left it here for us. How nice. Some say digital finance is the future. I say it's already here. BlackRock, 19,000 employees, $5 billion in profit. Tether, 50 employees, $6 billion in profit. Tether considered themselves a technology company first. Only a tech company could pull off making more money than the world's biggest asset manager with 50 people. Despite popular belief, let me give that a like. Okay, Tether is a Bitcoin company. Though USDC runs on many crypto networks and is core to DeFi, strategically, their destiny is tied to Bitcoin's success. Behind the scenes, they fund effort to strengthen Bitcoin, including its sovereign adoption. That's a great time to bring up the list. Who's got to buy Bitcoin? BlackRock's got to buy Bitcoin because there's no way all these ETF players have bought all the Bitcoin that they need to back what they have. There's no way. And if money starts flooding in my opinion, they got to buy double the amount. Then the sovereigns are going to follow because there's nothing like an increase in price to give people liquid courage, like a few beers, to jump in and go, wow, I better buy this thing before it makes a new high, which could be this weekend, right? Everybody goes home. All the stock market worries, all the legacy, blah, 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 blah. Sunday talk shows start talking about October 1, the deadline for Uncle Sugar. How is this not the most bullish setup you've ever seen? Oh, yeah, by the way, they've been killing the market for 6 months and everyone's negative or scared or hesitant. And that's understandable because if you've bought the market into strength over the last 6 months, you've gotten hosed. But you could find out something critical about bull markets, which is that bull markets correct, make you think it's not a bull market. Then it slumps, corrects, crashes, and then turns around and boom, unwinds the crash. Unwinds the whole thing. Slump, 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 slump in Bitcoin. Slump, slump, slump. Then they turn it around and they wipe the whole range out. They take out all the shorts. Everybody, retail was short at 60 and the institutions are at 72. And they're all going to get liquidated in a thin weekend market, in my humble opinion. Or maybe I should be more humble and say there is serious risk of a massive short liquidation because keep in mind, people may be short, people may be hedged. What's hedged? People who own the Bitcoin ETF, afraid that it's going to go lower, may have used derivatives to make bets, short bets, to protect their investment. Bringing me to a classic phrase from Wall Street that hedges are something that little doggies pee on. Meaning when you're bullish and then you get bearish, you wind up losing money. So the bearish people are bearish. The bullish people are bearish. Everyone's scared. Everyone's got the wrong catalyst. Other than that, everything's fine. And you wonder why there's a creeping bid in the market. And if there's a dip and there's no dip and you just sit here and Bitcoin is down 14 basis points and it's not dipping. It's not dipping because everybody's got to buy it. And I think people are short and scared. They should be. They should be. They should be. Okay, Speaker Mike Johnson is moving forward, okay, without the vote for the act for the election. So, you know, the October 1 thing may be a non-event. However, the October 1 thing may not be a non-event, whether they shut it down or they don't, because they want $1.6 trillion in temporary spending. $1.6 in temporary spending, and they don't want to do anything to make sure that the event in November has integrity. They had 4 years to do that. Now they're trying to do it at the last minute, or so they say. Now, to be fair, Donnie T wants tax cuts, 10 trillion worth over the next decade. Guess what? That's like printing. That's like printing. More dollars floating around. So if the Fed's got to cut rates and print, and they do this, it might be inflationary eventually, but this guy wants the dollar lower. So let's put 10 trillion into the economy, right? Or let's make the deficit bigger, which is green fiat negative, right? From both sides of the aisle, dollar is going lower. It already is going lower with gold. Crypto just hasn't caught up yet. Okay, so the media in an all-out push to help, the candidate from the left. Capital markets are assuming this is over, but it could be close. Just a point of information. And whoever loses the election, I anticipate they will be a sore loser. Bitcoin supported by elevated risk-on sentiment as currency developments develop, right? Sometimes when the yen goes down, that's good for speculation. The Fed's got high-powered money in the system right now, and if they don't, they're going to do it because you know what? Their job is to save these people because saving these people is the only way they have a job. Because Donnie T has made it perfectly clear that Powell's gone otherwise. Gone. SocGen, a big French bank, moving to, they're moving to Solana for a stable coin denominated in the euro? I thought Solana was going to 80. What happened? You mean people want to use Solana now? This is a reminder that if crypto goes up, every big investment bank headed into investment bank year ends, which can start at the end of October, has to have a crypto strategy or they're fired. If you don't have a crypto strategy and Bitcoin is at 80K, you don't work in investment banks anymore. You don't. I mean, BlackRock, everybody cannot sit around and let BlackRock eat their lunch. And it's amazing that 108 of 114 economists got the forecast on the Fed rate cut wrong. So they were wrong about rates and they don't have a crypto strategy. Other than that, there's really no reason why institutions need to FOMO into crypto. Please. Everybody's looking for a problem. You should be looking for the bullish answer. Bitcoin miner wallets awaken after 15 years. Is this Satoshi? 5 miner wallets that receive block rewards after Bitcoin launched have started moving their coins. So are miners going to sell? Maybe. Maybe. Do miners need to sell? Probably. Is BlackRock and Michael Saylor going to be there to take it from them if it goes to 70? Yeah. Yeah. Right? In other words, everybody's in a hurry to sell Ethereum, right? Remember the guy that bought Ethereum at $11? Felt the need to sell Ethereum at $2,200, by the way, which is an unwind of the entire rally this year. Okay? It's like Aiken says they've been trying to bore retail to death before the run. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, pancakes and peanut butter, loving the market update. Sir, we will always remember the OGs when we get huge. Oh, just as a reminder, BlackRock reveals that there's a $35 trillion bugaboo out there. Whoops. Spent too much money. Okay, yeah. It's like, you better get some Bitcoin now. We will go over the chart. Don't miss it. Speculation and DeFi, led by Steve J, will drive Ethereum network activity if bull market persists, analysts say. You don't say. Wow, they must watch the show. Oh, yeah, there's not going to be any DeFi on Ethereum. You know, poor Vitalik's got to get up at a conference and sing. Please. Please, right? I just can't listen to it anymore. Peter Brandt, kind of a TA guy, old school. He's a big Solana guy. Yeah. So much for Solana not doing anything, ripping through all kinds of moving averages. Man, if this takes off, God. And I actually think ETH is going to do better on the way up if this thing launches. Solana climbs 10% and nobody cares, right? No one cares. Just going up 10%. Whatever. Okay. So here's ETH on my Twitter. ETH on a daily chart, LuxAlgo buying with massive bullish divergence. There is a link to LuxAlgo. The Q branch is developing a personalized indicator for me. Also, you can join Premium YouTube. It's in the description down below. Each one of these altcoin reports, I would charge anywhere from $27 to $55 per report. And I got more to do. Like the next round of AI is coming out soon. So if you want to print in AI, instead of having to whip out your credit card for $27 to $55, you can get it in Premium YouTube. And I would like you to get it while the market is going up off a low rather than when it's at 80K. However, that said, I would be happy to have your business either way, but let's do it sooner rather than later. Okay, there's a join button. There's a join button on the homepage, and there's a $ icon at the bottom of the chat. Join the Spartans. There's the page. One of the members of the Patreon group brought up the monthly cup and handle on the chart of total crypto market cap. So oh my God, Megan is back. Welcome. Let's talk about total crypto market cap and let's review cup and handles. Cup and handles, the bigger the base, the higher in the space. Downward sloping wedges were a hallmark of what this market did at this time last year. Okay, these things are bottoming formations, right? Market goes down, sits, dips around, chops everybody up, like right here. 3 months of getting yourself chopped up. Then guess what happens? It breaks out. This thing broke out and Bitcoin making new high. You're talking about total crypto market cap going from 2.2 trillion to 4.7 trillion. So let me ask you something. Who, other than Michael Saylor, is talking about total crypto market cap doubling? You know what the answer to that is? Nobody. Nobody. Right? You have a dollar event, or put differently, what if the October surprise is the dollar? Everybody thinks it's, I don't know, the Middle East. That situation is unbelievable. But what's the October surprise? In election years, there's like fiction that there's always an October surprise. What's that going to be? The dollar. The dollar. Total 3. Total crypto market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, what do you notice? Well, you have an upward sloping pattern, which in legacy is negative, but in crypto often is bullish. And you got another 100 billion in market cap to go before you get to LuxAlgo resistance or the top of this accumulation formation. So looking at altcoins, right? This is without Bitcoin, without ETH. How does this go up $100 billion in market cap? Solana, XRP, Avalanche, Phantom, maybe THORChain. How about all these AI plays? How about Fetch? How about 3 AI coins in the top 10? PAL was up 15% yesterday. These things are popping off in 15% increments. And this stuff could happen all at once. You have gradually, then suddenly, and you know what? I saw a couple of people talking about alt season over on Unhinged Crypto. We were talking about alt season 2 days ago. Because if Uncle Sugar is sitting on Bitcoin, they can't sit on the whole market. They can't sit on these small coins. This stuff's just going to get loose. I mean, it's right here on the chart. You got $100 billion worth of upside in altcoins. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's like gradually and then suddenly, and you got fear greed at 50. Fear greed is neutral. No one is bullish. No one is pumped up. No one is excited. People are bored out of their minds. I mean, of course they are, right? I got discouraged. I thought the debate was bad. Blah, 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 blah. Guess what? That was the low. That was it. People, you bought that dip, and that could be the last material dip until altcoins get up here. Now, here is the same upward sloping formation in DXY. Okay, so, you get one last rally that runs into a LuxAlgo wall. You go down, and then it's hanging out near 100, which understandably is a psychological level. So it's not just going to go through that on a 4-hour chart, but I don't see any bottoming signals here. And what happens if this thing goes below 100? What happens if this thing goes below 100? I mean, I remember during the tightening cycle, or even, everyone was like, oh my God, DXY at 109. Oh my God, DXY at 110. Oh my God, DXY. And no one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. Yeah, okay, wait till this weekend. Wait till it hits the Sunday talk shows. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You get this through 100, you're looking at 75K Bitcoin. IBIT, okay? Garden Warrior becomes a member. Sir, we appreciate that very much. Hit that button. Kim Craig is here, probably coming off the night shift. We're getting Kim off the night shift. Right now, Sid Guru, prediction of when all-time high for Bitcoin. End of the month. End of the month. Right? And if not then probably the election. Right? October could be choppy, especially if it goes parabolic now. This in IBIT is a breakaway gap, in my opinion. If they don't fill this gap, even if they do, if they fill this gap, it's super bullish because that's your dip. But if they don't fill this gap, it's a breakaway gap. Now, let's talk about some DeMark work. Okay. You have Bitcoin going up, and these 9 signals, sometimes they represent a top or a bottom. Sometimes, if there's no reversal, these 9 signals can result in a pause. And if the pause, even if it's sharp, if it comes back, you can have 13 more up candles. Now, if this is a 4-hour chart, 13 up candles, that's pretty much 2 days. That's the whole weekend. What happens if Bitcoin goes up all weekend? You thought I was making that up, right? Yeah, you did. Admit it. You thought I was making it up. You thought I was being a moon boy. Well, I'm not opposed to being a moon boy, but I got a chart to back it up. ETH, same thing, right? ETH down here at 2,200. And people are going to tell me they can't buy ETH at 2,500. ETH should be at 4,000. ETH should be at 4,000 because there's no case for ETH, right? It's not going to happen. Like, no one wants ETH with gold going to the moon. ETH versus Bitcoin, a bottom on every single time frame, on every single ETH versus Bitcoin chart. Like Benjamin Cohen with his PhD predicted a bottom in ETH versus Bitcoin. As is the case with geniuses, there was one final puke. They were slightly early. Geniuses are always early. That's fine. And now this could just smoke. Smoke. Everybody has forgotten what happens when ETH goes. Right? When ETH goes, I mean, it is frankly epic. Now, is ETH going to go? I don't know. You could probably debate that based on recent action. But this 4 signal here, this indicates in ETH versus Bitcoin, like, yeah, this is your dip, bro. You want a dip? Whatever happens in the next 4 hours, that's your dip. This recorded on September 20th. ETH versus Bitcoin daily chart belongs in a book. 13 signal, followed by a 9 signal, down to the blow-off bottom level. And today they are confirming both of these bottoms. Note, it's been going up for 2 straight days, and the bottom is not just getting confirmed. Everyone's like, ooh, it's up. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, well, okay, folks. You better get with the TA because LuxAlgo's buying ETH. LuxAlgo's buying IBIT. And this is just getting to a confirmed bottom. The whole market is not universally up today. It's not. Everyone's sleeping. Good. Okay, Avalanche got the 30. Major rally off 23. This could be a preview of what the rest of the market can do. And if Avalanche consolidates and goes through 30, you could have material upside. Keeping in mind, this has a C chain for security tokens and a partner with Amazon, if I'm not wrong. Bitcoin dominance. 5-wave structure on the way up. This is a 4-hour chart. So BTC.D is the symbol. So Bitcoin outperforms. Boom. ETH returns. Solana returns. LuxAlgo says, that's it for Bitcoin dominance. Hate to see you go. Hope it never goes back to 58. And we hate to see you go. You know what? This whole rally is going to get unwound in Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance, not because there's anything wrong with Bitcoin, just these altcoins have to catch up in dramatic fashion. Like Bitcoin dominance could crash. Gold. So this is a diamond formation. This is textbook, right? Up, retest the line, boom. Diamonds are powerful. Now, I didn't put it in the PowerPoint, but let's look at Bitcoin. Because you know what? There's a diamond formation in Bitcoin, and no one's drawn it. No one's drawn it. And I can't see how you could not draw it. When you have a diamond, okay, especially near a kind of a bottom-ish, right? This is like a bottom of a consolidation. Okay, what do? Well, you travel. I lost my indicator. You travel the width of the formation from the point of the breakout. So you travel, okay, here it is. This distance from the point of the breakout. It broke out at 60 and no one cared. Everyone's answer was to get short on Bybit. Yeah, okay. Have fun with that, bro. That's going to end badly. Because you know what? With diamond formations, if this thing breaks out and doesn't dip and doesn't come back down, which I don't even see why it would, unless you have a geopolitical event, when you break out of a diamond and you just go, you are going. Somebody asked me when all-time high. I don't know. How about end of the month? Bitcoin is not gold. It's not gold in the sense of how fast it can move, and everyone has forgotten how fast Bitcoin can go. Sid Guru wants me to talk about Solana. I'd be happy to. Oil. What does this have to do with anything? Well, you got a massive slowdown in economic growth, and statistically, ETH does good when gold, silver, and go up and the dollar goes down. I know you're sick of hearing it, but I'm not going to stop saying it because I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right. And then Bitcoin statistically does well when oil goes down. And you want to know what? I smell an oil crash. Like if there's no geopolitical event, this could crash, sending Bitcoin into outer space. Somebody earlier today was noting AIOZ was trading well. Note another altcoin destroyed. Like this, if this is not the bigger the base, the higher in the space, you know, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. And by the way, this is the PowerPoint show for the altcoin report, which as soon as I'm done talking here, you are going to FOMO into the YouTube premium, especially those $4.99 emojis. My goal is to get 100 people, and I will make a huge fuss for all those members. If I get 100 people, I will do something special if YouTube functionality will let me. And if not, I'll do it on the market update. We will do something for those people. Bitcoin weekly. So up only was a 3-wave. 3 waves are lots of gratification, up, 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 up. And then 4 waves, which I thought was going to be this, turned out to be this, and this, and this, and this. Guess what? Wave 4 ended on Black Monday. What follows wave 4? Trends have 5 waves. What follows wave 4? Wave 5. What happens in wave 5? You have massive emotion. You have FOMO. Your hair hurts. Your teeth itch. The DeMark level that they couldn't get to the first time was 77K. What happens if something approaches resistance and can't get through? The next time it blows through it. I see no reason why this whole awful chop cannot just be unwound like that in 2 weeks. Let's go. You got a lunar eclipse behind us. Everybody was trying to tell me the lunar eclipse was bearish. No, sorry, not happening. You might get a dip. You still might get a dip. ETH. People are like, yeah, I'm going to buy a dip. Bro, this was the dip. This was the dip all the way down to 2,200. They unwound the entire year in ETH. The entire year. Oh, yeah, there's a 9 bottom here. Just like the 9 and 13 top from FTX. No, I'm sorry. Yes, no, not FTX. This is a bottoming signal. And that is the market update. Okay. Kim Craig is a geopolitical event inevitable? No, it's not. How is a global conflict involving nuclear exchange inevitable? It's insane, right? I mean, if there's an event like that, obviously the world's going to have a problem. Markets are going to have a problem. It's unconscionable. Markets climb the wall of worry. And there was plenty to worry about 2 to 3 days ago. Geopolitics. Oh my God, the yen. Oh my God, sell the fact on the Fed. Guess what? You have been paid in crypto, in bull markets, to fade all of that hootenanny. You have. Now, of course, the question is, are we in a bull market? My charts say this is confirmed and it's going. So let's hope I'm right, because if I am right, this thing's going to gap up. If I'm wrong, it'll slump to 61K. And then you try again. I mean, last year at this time, if you bought the market, let's go back to last year, right? Let's just do it, right? Here's last year in Bitcoin. Here's September, right? That was middle of September, Labor Day, failed rally, low on 9/11. You did get another dip. And they gave you a dip in October. Share screen. Whoops. Sorry. Let's do it again. Failed rally on Labor Day right here. Huge new low, 9/11. Despair. Our equivalent was the panic over the debate. You got a dip in the middle of September. You got a dip in the middle of October. You got 2 dips left. And this dip may occur at much higher levels. They unwound most of the August bear market by the 1st of October. Like, here's where the August puke started. They unwound most of that. You go back to Bitcoin now, I don't know. Let's just play around. I don't know if they've done it already or what, but where did the August puke start in Bitcoin? I don't know. Late July, August puke, August 1. 68K. Where's Ethereum and Solana if things are at 68K? Okay, as promised, Solana. All right, so LuxAlgo bought Solana yesterday. Solana has returned to 150 at LuxAlgo. That's equilibrium. So if Solana breaks 154, that would be ridiculously bullish. It could also be ridiculously bullish if Solana sat here and hesitated like today. Like everyone's like, ooh, it's not breaking out. Ooh, it's only up 3%. Ooh, whatever. And then it just goes. Then it just goes. Right? Okay. When you look at LuxAlgo getting in here, LuxAlgo got in here in July, right? When Solana trends, like for example, this signal did not work. But when LuxAlgo jumps on momentum in Solana, you usually get a multi-day punch. Solana went to 190 on this one, and this big one here in February created this monster rally. Oh yeah, by the way, money flow, look at this. So Solana Daily, continuing the live TA extravaganza, which reminds me to subscribe to the channel, to hit the like button. Do you know I am 17 followers away from 13K? Want to be a legend? Get yourself a $4.99 badge. Join up, subscribe to the channel. If you don't have the $4.99, hit that button for me, because you know what? This is the time to do it, because money flow in Solana is just going bullish after the puking has occurred. So here's a puke with negative money flow. Crazy, right? They have been puking Solana in this range since May. Since May. And when you have a puke like this, Solana turns around and goes straight up. They've done nothing but puke this thing. I mean, this was not terrible capitulation, but I mean, yeah, the money flow has been horrendous and the money flow is going green. The guy who taught me LuxAlgo said, you know what? I don't jump in unless money flow is going green. Let's see where money flow is going in ETH. Almost there. Almost there. After this just epic give up trade. Just epic. Like, who is going to get in the way of this? Look at this. Cardano on a daily chart. Get this. You know, I'm not the biggest Cardano fan in the world, to be honest. But guess what? I may have company. I said this the other night. Guess what? Money flow in Cardano has been green all month. And LuxAlgo bought the dip, I think, on the debate. By the way, the links for not only the YouTube channel, but LuxAlgo and Patreon are in the description down below. You got a $4 option, a $15 option, and a $49 option. Remember, Patreon is the exclusive home of the 6th Street Crypto Podcast and TA Every Day, right? I can write reports in there as well as do videos. Degen up 21%. So a Degen, isn't that connected to social media? Isn't that connected to Farcaster? Do you think they're going to want decentralized social media? I wonder. LuxAlgo getting involved today. It's down 20%. I can't buy it. Let's see. How much did Degen go down this summer? This summer. Oh, yeah. It went from 0.02 to 0.004. I mean, I don't even know. Is this right that Degen went down 1,000%? I don't know. The thing must be broken. I mean, is this the bigger the base, the higher in the space? Equilibrium is all the way up here. I don't know. I'm going to let you decide. Right? Kim wants to look at theta. Kim thought I forgot. I didn't forget. How could you forget one of the OGs of this stream? No way. No way. Oh yeah, ho hum. Remember cup and handle? Yeah. How about head and shoulders bottom? This is everywhere. Everywhere. LuxAlgo in over a week ago. Head and shoulders bottom is 3 attempts to take down a market. You travel the distance between the head and the neckline from the point of the breakout, which brings theta above equilibrium to LuxAlgo resistance, basically at $2. It's currently at $1.20. So theta is 50% away from resistance with a head and shoulders bottom. And yes, oh, by the way, this is everywhere. There's an insane head and shoulders bottom, a rare formation in the latest report. I'll give you a hint. That coin is actually up 20% today. I cannot get this stuff out fast enough. Get in there. Get involved. Look at these AI coins. Ocean. Absolutely forget about it. Again, I could draw this stuff all day long. It's just like last year, right? Last year was a cup and handle fest. This is head and shoulders bottom. This is head and shoulders bottom. This was the Labor Day puke, which was by off a GAN event over the planet Pluto moving around. Speaking of which, on November 19th, there's going to be a Pluto event, and I would imagine that's going to trigger massive upside in the market, actually well in advance of November 19th. You do not want to be figuring out how to buy crypto after a 30% up move in November. That's going to be much harder than looking at this now, which is why all these altcoin reports, I can't push it out fast enough. I am pleased to say I've been up till 2 in the morning, 2 straight days to get you guys what you need to get involved now while everyone else in crypto sits around waiting for sell the fact. They're going to get stuck. They're going to get that whole mentality stuck somewhere. Stuck somewhere. Okay, going to memes. I understand there's a baby hippo meme. I've seen it all over the internet. There's resistance in Wen. I have no idea. On a 4-hour chart, Wen could go up. And this to me looks like the bigger the base, the higher into space. There's your square base. I'm just going to say this very cleanly and nicely because somebody got bent out of shape on another platform for me talking about it. Why are we not talking about dogs and cats? What is wrong with this market? There's the biggest case to moon dogs and cats I've ever seen. Okay, Gid Guru wants me to do TA about the most famous guy ever, or one of the most famous people ever. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, there's an influencer whose name I'm afraid to use. Okay. He talks about this guy all the time. He talks about this guy all the time. And, you know, celebrity coins are going to come back. They're already back. That's a big Toby Ward prediction from Crypto Happy Hour like a month ago. Oh yeah, gee, we don't want to get involved in this. I mean, is this not the bigger the base, the higher in the space, right at the takeoff point from last year? I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, they're rallying this. They're rallying Mother off the lows. I understand this is a celebrity coin, if I have it correct. If I don't have it correct, I'm sorry. Do you realize that the entire altcoin universe looks exactly like this, right? Sid says, thanks to the TA. Sid, we are here for you, sir. We are here for you. Oh my God, Steve J. Oh, can you believe I forgot to do DeFi perp? Party on Steve's yacht when this is all over. Right, Steve's been buying this stuff since, I don't know, man. He's been buying this stuff. I'm like, oh man, what is this? This guy just is after it. Yeah, Ave up 40% this year. No one thinks it's a big deal. I got news for you, people. It's a big deal. So if you look at DeFi perp, right? So this is me struggling to figure out what to draw because I know I got to draw something. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Maybe it's this. Oh, this is so weird. All right, here we go. Let's try this. So I can't buy DeFi perp because I missed it. Really? This thing just broke out of a cup and handle. LuxAlgo was in twice here. The first one didn't work out. The second one did. And guess what? Money flow is green. They're pouring into this just like they poured into it over here. This is DeFi perp 4 hours ago. So what's this? Chainlink, Uniswap, Aave, everything trading. By the way, there is a DeFi report in here, and we as in Unhinged Crypto has been DeFi for months. Real world assets is good. DeFi might be better. DeFi might be better, right? And if you start looking at cross-chain, oh my God, cross-chain. Holy cow. Look at this. Let me see. What's Rune doing today? Oh, Rune's down today. How nice. It's down. Right? I don't know if you want to draw a cup and handle on this. You could. Yeah, I did. On the daily chart. I mean, there is resistance in Rune at $5 and something, right? But the high was 11. So they loved it at 11, but they don't want to touch it at 4. And money flow is going to go green on the next rally. LuxAlgo, just in case you think you missed it, because that's, I think, what everybody's like, oh yeah, you know, because every time you bought it when it was up, you got hosed. I understand that. But LuxAlgo just bought it yesterday, and they can't stop taking profits. Like, oh, I got to get out. Oh, I got to get out. Okay. Have fun with that. This thing, if everyone sells and it doesn't go down, that's just going to smoke. Okay, so I guess you know where I stand at this point. Altus is asking about NQ. Okay, so equities are a little tricky. They're tricky. I'm not going to lie. You know, equities are down, which is what's holding crypto down. I get it. Right? This probably is the biggest risk to crypto. LuxAlgo is selling NQ. And this is my vote. Let them sell stocks, because explain this to me, right? Let's do an extreme example. Let's look at QQQ. Okay. I got a better idea. Let's look at S&P, which makes this unbelievable new high. New high. And then let's put Ethereum futures. Let's put Ethereum futures up here. Why don't we? So let me get this straight. S&P new high, Ethereum destroyed. This is decoupled. This has decoupled, right? Everyone's like, oh, I want the decoupling. Okay, folks, you got it. Stocks went up, crypto went down. Can you do the reverse? Yeah. Okay. So to state the obvious on the way out, premium YouTube, get in there, get a loyalty badge, get involved, get priority on your comments, get the altcoin reports. $49 a month. I can pay $49 a month and pay off all my credit card bills and quit my day job, possibly. Or I can sit around and wonder whether or not this bull market is for real. Okay. QR code on the screen will get you involved. Will get you involved. Thanks to the Eagle King for getting all this YouTube thing set up. We are going to go live soon. Premium live stream, most likely coming this weekend. We will see you soon.